Hey guys, today we're going to walk through the Cosmopolitan. So this is the weekend where EDC is in town. It's a big festival out in the desert, out at the Las Vegas Speedway, and people are pretty much dressed for going out there. So this is a restaurant called The Henry. It's not open during the daytime. It's only open during the evening and through the morning. So if you want to have a late night, this is where it is. And then this is the Barbershop, which is a functioning barbershop, but in the back of it, if you go through the door back there, you can get to a speakeasy, which is a bar that's hidden. So anyway, that's the entrance there, or the corner entrance, and we'll walk around, see what we can see. I don't know why I'm so out of breath. So this is the Chandelier Bar here. It's a huge multi-story chandelier that you can sit inside and have a drink. So we'll go up and take a look around. So I think normally the dress code might be a little more conservative, not conservative for, outside, but conservative compared to what it is today. Most of the time, they're like you have to need a shirt when you're indoors, but I think it's just the thing of EDC being in town probably is the biggest difference. There's a little too much probably to try to enforce it today. So, some shops up here on this level. And then one more level up. We'll just go on up and then start up there and then work our way back down. But up here is the pool. The pool's on the 3rd floor, I guess it is. Today is a Friday afternoon, early evening. It's 5:30 at night. So there's some restaurants over here on this level. There's pretty much restaurants and conference rooms. So this is a restaurant called STK, and I haven't eaten there, but I'm pretty sure it overlooks the strip if you're outside, but I could be totally wrong as well. The restaurants change names on Las Vegas casinos like a lot, so it's hard to keep track of what's what and what it does and what are the features. You can definitely see the outside out there. And then they have these glass-sided elevators. Let's see, we're on the 3rd floor. We can only go down. Looks like it's all the way down at the bottom right now, but it's coming up. It's very busy today with the EDC stuff in town and everything, so yeah, it's glass-sided elevator. So I don't know where we're going, why we're taking it back down right now, but I saw it and said, hey, why not? Let's go down. So go down to whatever P1 is. way down to the floor level. So we got down to the bottom. Let's just go back up. So there's a casino floor. We'll come back to that in a minute. But for now, we'll go back up. I wonder where the other door opens up to. It must be like one of the... There's a 1.5 level as well, which is interesting. Oops. This is 1.5. Looks like somebody's getting on here. So... Curiously, it was...
Person was very drunk.
No, in Vegas, people drunk? I can't believe it. It's only 5:30. Just get started.
Oh, it's just getting started.
Yeah.
EDC weekend, we have
Yeah,
interesting characters.
I know. I've seen people like shirtless. I'm like, normally they don't let people go shirtless, just walking around.
I tried to tell him that you can't walk around the casino floor like that, but hey.
Yeah, I figured there's too much to police this weekend. Anyway, you too. So back through here is a place called Secret Pizza, which is not very secret, but if you go on back. It's pretty busy today. Normally this place is where I like nobody. I mean, you know, just depending on what time of day, obviously, but the whole town is very busy, like for the EDC weekend. A lot of the hotels are sold out. So we'll go walk back here. This is where the conference rooms are. I don't know what else we can see from here, but we'll check it out. I mean, when I've been back here before, it's usually some just empty rooms and some artwork. But I don't know. I guess what I was saying is that I don't know what's closed or open because, you know, it's such a big event on the EDC weekend that sometimes they close off sections, and I don't know if anybody's really having a convention thing going on this weekend for here. But we'll see what we can see. So yeah, this is the Cosmopolitan conference room area. It always gets a little quieter in the conference rooms, so... And there are the trams that go between Aria and the Bellagio. I'm not sure exactly where they go. I mean, it's the Aria Express. I think it goes to Aria City Center, which is the shops, and then the Bellagio. Or maybe it finishes here. Some days I'm full of knowledge and some days I'm pretty stumped. But yeah, this area is pretty quiet compared to the hustle and bustle downstairs. I knew it would be busy, but I don't think I was prepared for the busyness. Which I don't know how it comes across on the video, whether it seems like it's super busy or not, but it's definitely busy. So there are multiple towers at the hotel here, and a good chunk of them have balconies, but some of them do not. The rooms farther away from the strip are quieter. I've stayed both in the ones that have, the outside by the strip, and you can hear a lot of the noise coming across from like parties at the Paris and everything, but I guess this is the Chelsea Theater entrance. Doesn't look like any shows are going on today. But yeah, as I've said before, if you come to a Vegas casino and you want to just chill out for a minute, just find where the conference rooms are. They will be quiet and have some nice furniture. I'm pretty sure there's electric plugs not too far from here if you need to recharge your batteries. It's pretty crazy how calm and quiet it is up here compared to the hustle downstairs. I've seen things on the news about the traffic getting out of Las Vegas to go to EDC. So basically the Las Vegas Speedway, where they race cars, it's taken over for this like giant rave basically out in the desert. And people come in and spend insane amounts of money. I've seen some social media posts where like the food is like $100 from a stand, where it would be like things that would normally be priced $15 at most. But people go and have fun and party. If that's your scene, this was the weekend. You'll have to wait till next year. Got some artwork.
It's like they're in their honeymoon phase. Still, that's crazy.
So a curious thing about the pool here is in the winter, they cover it over and then put ice on it, and it becomes a skating rink. So Las Vegas is, really hot in the summer. But in the winter, it's just mild temperate. It's not cold ever. You can wear short sleeve shirts pretty much year round, but they're only fighting highs in the 60s-ish to put ice on the ground. So now we'll head back in here, get back in the energy area. If you enjoyed the brief downtime of the conference room area. So let's see what we see. So actually the pool looks like it's another floor up. I thought that's why I remembered that it wasn't this floor, but the sign said it was this floor. So I don't know if there's a technical, floors in Vegas are a little iffy to begin with. So sometimes they always skip like 13th floor for sure. And some hotels just skip entire banks of floors. Just jump, there might be a gap of 20 floors when they want their thing to seem super tall. Oh look, this is like a table that also has a old school foosball table with some modifications on it underneath. And then I think this is another restaurant, lounge, and pawn shop. So I really don't know who's coming to the pawn shop at the Cosmopolitan. That seems different. And that seems super fancy in there. But I have not been to that restaurant. And look at this lounge here with the chair with the mirrored wall. So I've stayed at the Cosmopolitan a few times back before when it was its own hotel. Now it's currently part of the MGM group of properties. It definitely has made some changes since it switched to MGM. They used to have a lot of unique casino games. Not unique like you couldn't find them anywhere, but most of the games with any sort of licensing fees have been kicked out. They'd rather keep the whole... Oh, I guess you cannot go up to the pool right now because the escalators are only going down. So we will go on down. Save the pool view for another day. That makes sense. The pool's not open right now. So... So I don't think this is the elevator we rode, but it's one of them that goes up and down there, and then that's the outside of the Chandelier Bar. There's also a giant high hill, which you see a lot of people climb into it and take photos, but nobody right now. And then this Maceu is new. I don't think it's been here too long. And then out here is the direction if you want to walk across the pedestrian bridge. You can go to the Aria over there. But we're not doing that today. We're staying at the Cosmopolitan. I hope it didn't psych you out with that hard turn there. I was just thinking, we're staying in and getting this. Plus there's a busker, and buskers are always super loud with their equipment, so I just prefer to avoid that. So I'm gonna stay in here and not out there. Okay, I'll quit mumbling for a second. And then this is the Marquee nightclub and day club. So by day, it's sort of a pool, bikini wear day club. The nightclub in the daytime. And then by night, it's more of a fancier dress nightclub situation. This is Block 16, which is basically their food court. So, got little restaurants scattered throughout this little area. So, I don't think they have any like main brands that most people would know, but I think it's more regional things that have come here and open up stores. Looks like there's some sort of construction going on there, but back this way is where the Wicked Spoon Buffet is. I'm not sure. I think right now it only opens for brunch. Like, I think it's open every day of the week, but only for brunch. It used to be all the time, but such is Vegas these days. There's also some interesting artwork in the hallway here coming up. Looks like this statue might have been rubbed a few times. Looks like it's been rubbed a few specific places too. So. It always seems like an interesting place to put the buffet to me. It's like way back off of everything else. You would definitely have to know where to go if you're going to find it. It wouldn't just be like a random, I walked past the entrance. There's dog statues. I think they're dogs. So this is like another, not quite as chill sort of area if you wanted to just come and sit and relax for a minute, but you didn't want to be up the next floor where it's super quiet. This one's still got some people and activity going on. You can also take the walkway at the end of this hallway to get to the Aria and Vdara or the Bellagio. And here's the entrance to Superfrico, which is sort of like a show and meal. And then also in the Cosmopolitan, you'll find little Artomats, which are basically like old cigarette machines that have been turned into art vending machines. So for $10, you get the art packet that you want. It's almost packed into a little cigarette-like container. And so yeah, it says Wicked Spoon will reopen at 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So Wicked Spoon Buffet at the Cosmopolitan. And then that way, if you just walk to the end, you go left to the Aria and the Vdara, and then you walk to the right, the Bellagio. We'll walk down just a hair, but it's really just a very echoey hallway, seems like. But this is a relatively new thing to be able to walk between the properties. I think they added that, obviously after MGM bought the Cosmopolitan. Once they were connected, it was like, oh yeah, we'll get people between it. But if you're a different owner, you're not really like, let's connect everybody together for the most part. So anyway, we'll walk back this way and see what it looks like from the opposite direction. Which a lot of times it does look different. Sometimes it looks the same, but I mean, you see other things that you didn't quite notice the first time. The curious thing about the Wicked Spoon Buffet is that a lot of the food comes in like individual little baskets and bowls and portions. So it's not like a dip it out yourself for a lot of it. It's more just pick up this little item that you want or pick up that little item you want. There was a different artwork here a while ago, but I guess it's moved. It was sort of almost like there's another one of those Artomat. It was more like a telescope sort of thing that you looked in, like a kaleidoscope. And so this looks like a dog Stonehenge almost. And then there's some retro art on the wall. Throwback to vintage Vegas. It's very dark for a just normal casino area here. But that's the whole place. Like, pretty sure it's dead. And then if you can look out the window, you can sort of see same thing we saw upstairs, just more the road, people coming in, and then the tracks for the tram. And I know I turned around to see the statue, but now you got another view of it. So the male has a dog head, and then the female has a bunny head.
It was awesome. It was
So yeah, I'm not sure what's coming here, but something obviously. And on both sides. Just one has a curtain wall and one has this sort of drywall with a graphic on it. Noodles and Tacos by Jose Andres. Sort of an interesting exterior on the Amaya Modern Mexican. So I think this is the escalator this is the elevator we took a minute ago. Which, as you can see, it's also a photo opportunity. Well, that looks cool down in there, the Amaya inside. The hostesses are very elegantly dressed as well. The Cosmopolitan went very artsy for even the ceiling you can see is got an artsy vibe to it. So everybody pretty much goes down that escalator next to the chandelier, which we've been sort of next to that. Let's go down this escalator over here. I don't know if I've ever taken this escalator before. But yeah, that looks interesting. I wonder if the food's any good. I'm sure it's expensive, but check it out online sometime, do some research and then see. So yeah, it looks like it's wood rope, or I'm sure there's a more technical term for wood rope, but it's wood twigs put together to make a texture. So this looks like it's putting us down pretty much in the middle of the casino. Oh yeah, okay, so there's the cage. So I know where the cage is relative to everything else. So yeah, this is pretty much the middle, the gambling area. And then we'll go back here towards the hotel check-in. So like all the casinos, there's table games areas, there's a high limit area, there is, bars, there's cocktail waitresses. I say cocktail waitresses, it's not a sexist thing. At least 98% of the cocktail servers are female in Las Vegas. Vegas is one of the most gendered towns that you will encounter. It's still very much women wear sexy outfits as employees and the guys wear suits. So looks like something new is coming over here. I think it was a bar before, but not 1,000% certain. It could have been a gift shop, it could have been anything. So, but they have slot machines. You can play a slot and help pay the bills. And there's this Cafe Bina, I think it is. Oh, Bina Cafe. So if you need a coffee. And then there's the parking garage elevators are up here to the left. And then the hotel lobby is up here on the right. So the hotel lobbies got some cool displays on the side of it. Everything's dark and warm in the Cosmopolitan. That's the vibe they go for. So, yeah, these columns here are for when you're waiting in line to check in, which nobody's doing right now. It's already 6 o'clock on Friday. Pretty much, if you were coming to EDC, which is probably the only reason that you would be in town this weekend, because the room rates are crazy. But these TVs change into different things. And curiously, I think they used to not be individual TVs. I don't remember the grid pattern in the things there that were there before. It was more just a frosted frame that looked like it had usually people behind it, sort of like they were trying to escape. And it also had books, but that's in the elevators too, so I could be confusing that. So looks like some cars out here waiting to take people into their EDC destinations. Limo over there, limo bus. So yeah, this is the limo bus over there. The SUV limo. More party buses. It's pretty much just a typical Vegas weekend for limos. I mean, limos in town are everywhere. Everywhere, all the time. I mean, not just on special weekends. And then I think these are the elevators that were upstairs, the same as that we were walked by in the conference area. But now we're just on the first floor. But I could also be wrong. Oh no, that's this bank over here. In Vegas, there are so many floors and hotels that different banks of elevators go to different floors, so that not everybody's waiting for, you know, the same group of elevators. So like that group of 6 elevators only goes to these floors, and that group only goes to those floors. So then up here on the right, we'll check out the Sportsbook that's coming up. The Players Club. If you come to Vegas and you're gambling at all, you should sign up for the Players Club. They'll send you special offers. Even if you don't really gamble much at all, they'll still send you special offers trying to get you back. They know Vegas gambling is a thing people like to do, so if you didn't do it so far, you'll do it soon. So there's another view of the Chandelier Bar. And then there's the Sportsbook. It's not the biggest sports book in Vegas for sure, but if you're betting on sports, I think all the MGM casinos, it's all the same odds, same payouts. So then here's another shoe and a guy getting in it. See, he's just chilling in the shoe. Then here's a Starbucks. You want to have a view of the strip while you're chilling at Starbucks. We can't go out over there. No. I don't know if it says not an entrance, but is it an exit? Yeah. So yeah, that was the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas. If you liked the video, it'd be great if you subscribed. And if you really liked it, you can give it a thumbs up. That'd be awesome too. I'll be back before long. Appreciate you watching. Have a good time in the meantime. Okie dokie. Bye.